Hello everyone, and welcome to another AFK Journey video. We're going to be talking about Clashfronts today, and my name is Jedediah. We'll be going through Game 2, Round 1. Let's take a look at the results together. So let's zoom out. We got Ike fighting down there on the bottom. It was me all by my lonesome there. And then we got two more guys from Slayer and Domain fighting up top. Looks like the baddest won, and Ike won on the bottom, right? So we'll take a look at those two skirmish battles, but then we're going to mainly focus on our battle here, and then we might go up and watch the replay on the other one, right? So now we have a lot more power versus the Shires, who were fighting down here. So we started up in the 7,000s, and they started in the 4,000s. And they're getting some streaks on us. Moonlight gets a 4-win streak. Nico gets a 6-win streak for us. Nice one, Nico. And that's up top, getting a 9-win streak. Uden getting a 3-win streak. And it doesn't look like we're going to have too much trouble here, but we're going to go through it together, you know, battle by battle, and see who's doing what where, right? Because it looks like 5,700 to 1,400, roughly. And we're just watching the numbers change. No more streaks going on. Looks like I'm finally in the battle there with one of my groups there. I don't know who's fighting. Now, I know some of our avatars. Say's in there, Yantron's in there. John's in there, Mia's in there, Nami. Yantron gets an 11-win streak. That's impressive. We'll take a look at what Yantron's doing with that one. And it doesn't look like anybody else is going to get any more streaking done because it looks like we captured that node. Alright, so combat trials will begin. We'll zoom out a little bit because we have combat trials going over here. I've got two teams, and along with some of my guildmates on that tile, trying to get as many points as we can on these two tiles, right? We started off with like 1,500 here, somewhere around 55,000 something there, I would assume. I didn't see the number when it started, sorry. We're watching this all live together. I haven't seen these results yet, so maybe you have. I haven't. Maybe you're in the Shire or one of my guildmates and you've already seen all this. Alright, so we hit 40 there. We got 33 on that one, so we're close to the max, and it looks like may have to edit that a little bit because I think we saw some of what what they were being told to do. Let's look at the individual contributions first, right? It looks like I'm in 7, but everybody else is doing. Yantron is pulling most of the weight here, along with Ike and Say, and then Nico is coming in, and then we got somebody from Domain, and then Smith. And then me, and then Boss, Uden, and Muma. I'm rounding out the top 10 on game 2 of round 1. Individual rankings, all members, top 10. We have Yantron, Ike, and Say, and Seraphim. Alright, so let's take a look. Let's look at the top one first, and then we'll start looking at our results, right? So we're going to take a look at what happened up between Domain and Slayer. And it looks like Kato is going up against the baddest, and the baddest won. Take a look and see what they were fighting with, right? So we have, it's a Wilder group with Scarlita. And then we've got a Grapeborn group with Shamira getting powered up by, probably has the twins on Shamira. Let's see. Let's take a look and see what happens between these two. Kato's running the Blood Moon. Devatis is running the Arrow Storm. So let's watch their replay. And I need to take the speed off. Lily May's really going off on his Rainier, but Lily May blocks. Valara. These twins go off. He's already lost Haywin. Florabelle's getting low, Lily May's getting low. Shamira's going off. Yeah, Rainier swapped their Shamira down to the bottom there. That's why she's so far away from the group. And then there it is. Not a whole lot to see there. It looks like Devatis was never any real danger, per se. He got low a couple times, but his Valara and his twins made sure that he did not die. Let's take a look and let's take a quick look at some of their streaking. So we had a 5-win streak from Muma running a Shamira group. Same one that he just won with. Actually, that's not the same one. That's a different one. It's a different person. Duh. He's running it with Thorin. Same group, but with Thorin and also with Sissia. I haven't seen Sissia in a while. All right, cool. Chimera group, not much to see there. Chimera's dominating. Let's take a look at this. Let's see, we get another 5-win streak, 7, 8, 9-win streak from Domain with Erix. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, but yeah, it's the Bonnie Tassie. Take a quick look at that last one that he won on. So at this point, we all kind of know what Bonnie Tassie does. It's doing the same thing every time. If you don't block it, they get grouped up. Citrana's coming in, trying to do some AoE with the dance. And then everybody's just getting mowed down. Eventually, his Pesto will give up the ghost and drop. There we go.
I want to become as strong as Entendre.
Let's take a look a little further. See if there's anything else worth noting besides maybe some streaks. There's that last streak. There's a 2-win streak, 3-win streak from Laurel, and then they're done, right? And then they go into their combat trials, and I'm not interested in the other guilds of combat trials. But Domain won that pretty easily. And as we can see, Domain is second place to us. So the Shire's in third with 120 and Slayer's at 112. So we've got a lead. It's not a very big lead, but we're doing okay. And let's take a look at... We don't want to look at the trial stages, do we? Nah. Let's just go down here and take a look here. So there's Ike versus Red K from the Shire. And he's running the Marcel for the Vanguard. Let's watch his Marcel nuke him down. He looks like he's running a Chimera build with Pandora. Pandora goes in the box. His Shugan goes, his Marcel goes, and then everybody's just wiped out. Thorin's gonna live for a little while because of mechanics, but then he just dies too. And it's over. No chance there. I mean, Marcel is just a giant nuke bomb. She either fails fast or she succeeds fast, for the most part. But that was pretty dominant performance, and then Ike gets another 5-win streak right after that with his Perseus. Let's take a look at that one Perseus on this 5th win. It's going up against Chimera Belran. This Perseus is running through with the wolf. He's going to ult, go through his entire enemy from the back there. And just wipes them all out. Not much to see there. But still, I like to see Perseus get some play. He's one of my favorite characters. His play style, particularly, I like the way his mechanics work. Boss gets a 2-win streak. Bonnie Tassie, we know how that goes. Let's take a look. Frank gets a 2-win streak. Running Athalia in Belran. Let's take a quick look at that one real quick. See what's going on there. So we've got Athalia, Belran down here. Athalia's running out to the lead. Belran's taking his time like he always does. They get grouped up because of the Phantasmal. Then Belran can do a lot of damage because of the grouping, and so can Athalia for that matter. And it is really overkill for this win. It's worth noting, we probably want to take a look at how these groups end up losing, right? Because they get a 2-win streak, right? And it was a pretty dominant win on that one. But he obviously lost pretty badly to somebody else because he only had a 2-win streak. Let's see what Ike lost to. Ike lost to Red K against the Bonnie Tassie, and he was a low stamina by the time he hit there, right? So he's at 65 stamina when he runs into him, and he's full health. So anyway, Boss ends up losing to Bonnie Tassie. What a surprise! It's so versatile, and it's almost always done. And Frank gets his 2-win. And he loses to a kind of a mirror match, but instead of Athalia, they have the Talene, and Talene was stronger because he was weaker too on top of that, right? So he was at a stamina deficit. Then Nico comes in with that 5-win streak, and Nico's running the Pandora Chimera. And then let's see what takes down Nico. Nico gets taken down by Bonnie Tassie, of course. I think everybody runs a Bonnie Tassie. Well, no, I don't run a Bonnie Tassie, not anymore. I did last Clash. Let's see. Boss gets a 4-win streak with the Chimera Pandora. And let's see what he loses to. Boss loses to, okay, this is a different group. It's the Siren Graveborn. Well, I'm sorry, Wilder. Yeah, because he's got 3 Wilders, and then he's got Diamond thrown in there for a little extra measure. Alright, let's see. What else we got? Moonlight is from the Shire, goes on a 4-win streak against us. Let's see what Moonlight is streaking. Yeah, Marcel. He's streaking with a Marcel until Shun takes him down with a Shakir group. Okay, cool. And Sonya too. Let's take a look at that. See how he takes down Marcel at a deficit, right? So here's the Marcel group. They're getting attacked by Shun. Shun's slicing right through, takes out the Hugin. Siren drops, and then they all... Sonya ults and just massacres them at that point. But definitely not a bad run for Moonlight there. But we finally did take him down. Shun took him down. Then Shun gets taken down by Shad. Nico goes on another streak. Alright, good for Nico. Another 6-win with Marcel. What takes down Marcel? He hits the 58 stamina, and that is enough for Pandora to take his Marcel down. Alright, let's see. We get a 2-win streak with Bonnie Tassie, and then Bonnie Tassie is taken down with Chimera Siren group. Alright, and we're trying to find that one that was 11 streak. That's what we're really looking for. You can get this Chimera, and then it's taken down by a Belran / well, Diamond's really putting in the work there. Let's see. May gets a 2-win streak with Chimera and gets taken down by Bonnie Tassie. Okay. Eden gets another 2-win streak with Marcel. Gets taken down by Zany. Oh, let's take a look at that. See how Zany takes down the Marcel group against us. And I mean, it sucks to see us losing, but this is my guildmate here getting taken down by Zany's towers. And let's keep in mind they are at a slight stamina deficit, so they are a little gimped. Lost their Siren already, and there goes Rowan, but it's a little too late because they're still at full health when their Marcel finally goes off, and it's just not enough damage. And it looks like that Callan is eating a lot of that damage for that group. I think I have something similar. I have a Callan Kulu that's built to take down Marcel. Let's see, there's Nico. Is that where we were? Yep, that's where we were. Alright. And is that where we were? Bonnie Tassie, 2-win streak. Chimera, Siren. Uden gets a 3-win streak. There's May. Yeah, okay, we were a little further. Uden. Smith gets a 4-win streak. Bonnie Tassie is taken down by a Mauler. No, not a Mauler, but like a... It's just kind of cobbled together. There is no Phantasmal. But yeah, I haven't seen Tenesia much, but she's putting in a lot of work there. Good for her. Let's see. Momosuke. Chimera gets taken down by Siren group. Smith goes on 2-win streak. We may skip these 2 wins next time because we're wasting a lot of time. That Siren gets taken down by a Wilder group. Alright, 2 wins. 2 wins from the Shire. Here we go. This is what we really want to see, right? Because Yantron's coming in with his Sylvina, and he goes on a big streak. He goes all the way down to 23 stamina before he finally gets beat. And let's see what this one looks like, right? So it's a Siren group. Is there another one in here that might be more fun to watch? He's taking out a Kulu group there. Hey, cool. What's the first one look like? Good lord, it's so long. He's streaking hard. He takes down Pandora, but they're at a deficit, and then he goes into a strong Bonnie Tassie, just wipes the floor with him. Same thing. Now, okay, let's go take a look at the last one before he loses, and just see the Sylvina jump into the back. We've seen this before in the last game, but he's jumping to the back. They're grouped up now. And you can't really see it too well. There's too much going on back in there. His Siren does get the ult off, but his Sylvina is slowly taking them all down, right? Yeah, 3 kills. Twins goes off. Ooh, and then Burial gets to go off at the end there too. Yeah, 4 kills for Sylvina. Looks like someone else got another kill. Maybe Burial. Yeah, Burial got. Well, it could have been the Twins. The Twins did more damage. All right, who knows who got the last kill? All right, that was fun to watch. Let's see. We need to scroll all the way down to. This was a long fight. Long fight. Yantron put in a lot of work with that 11-win streak. Looks like that was our best streak, and then we can go into our combat trials. Looks like that way. So Yantron finally gets taken down by, let's see, his Burial gets to put in some work, but he gets taken down. Let's see what kills him, right? This looks like Seda, Pesto. They get grouped up. There's Sylvina all by herself up there, and then they get spread back out again. And Mahira's there. Sylvina's doing her best to stay alive. She's only got about a quarter health, and she gets healed back up. Now she's ulting. There goes Burial. We got Alicent low over there, it looked like. But then Alicent is ulting. She's almost dead. So is Seda. I mean, he came so close to winning this, but Sylvina died. And then once Sylvina died, there's not a whole lot more that his group can do, because Sylvina is his main damage. If he had just gotten that Alicent down, and possibly, well, the Seda would have been reborn, I think, but... Yeah, with that Seda, well, the Seda's, yes, is gone. So, I mean, it came down to the wire right there. So, I mean, I'm not even sure why he lost, because it looked like Burial was still alive, and Pesto was still alive. So I'm not sure what was going on there, how he ended up losing that, because it looked like 1-1. I guess a draw goes to the attacker, maybe? So that must be what it was, because it looked like Burial was still alive. Now, well, that was by far the most interesting result I've seen since I started doing these videos, but yeah. Yantron almost pulled that one out, but yeah. Then he came back with some revenge with his Shikir group. Yeah. Yantron got the final 2 kills for the group, and then we go into our combat trials. Say gets a nice 9-win streak with Marcel. I get a 3-win streak. I wish I'd get more streaks on the combat. Yeah, my Marcel is not as strong as his, especially now that I have lumped Marcel into my Seda Athalia group now. I've done some rearranging. So I don't know how well this group will streak for trial guards. Obviously not very well with 3 wins, but I am confident it'll do pretty well against players. Alright, yeah, there's Ike getting a 3-win, Yantron getting a 3-win. Yantron with his, Siren group. And then, alright, 5, that's not terrible. Which one was that for me? That is my Zany group. Cool. Alright, so my Zany has been switched around to where she is now with Kulu and Siren, and we've got some healing / protection with Callan and Hugin. That is more of a test group. We're going to see how that guy does, right? Because I'm not sure how good he's going to hold up against the rest of the groups. And now it's my experimental Perseus. Again, I'm not sure how well this group is going to do, right? And obviously not too well against the guards. Ike's getting a 4. Say 3, Immortal 2, Seraphim 3, Immortal 2. So the only person who's really streaking hard against guards is that Marcel group that Say has built, which is full P4 across the board, and it's just stacked with power. And he gets those 9 wins. I think he's been doing that pretty consistently with the trials. Anything interesting happen with these trials? I don't think so. So Say got an 8-win streak with his Cryo, which is an excellent build. I kind of want to steal this group from Say. I can build this same thing and run that, and it is a solid group, it looks like, especially on trial stages. His car group. Alright. Cataracts. It's a 3-win. Bonnie Tassie, 2-win. And then I get 3-win with probably my Gala, yeah. Gala's not... I'm thinking about ditching the Gala group and rebuilding those guys out to other groups, because I just don't think it's going to hold up well. But it is off meta, So, and I prefer groups that are off meta because then I'm like a wild card. I may not be the strongest person in my guild, say probably it, as far as Clashfronts are concerned. Maybe even Ike, maybe even Yantron, as we saw Yantron was the one doing all the work as far as the Shire this round. But yeah, we saw that was pretty much the star of the show today. Shout out to Yantron and his 11-win streak. But it looks like Nico put in a lot of good work too. Nico had several streaks in there, and we had a couple other people with some smaller streaks. Boss had a 4. Nico got a 6 again right there. So it's like, I think the MVPs of this round are Nico and Yantron, right? I think those are our MVPs as far as overall melee fighting. We haven't had a whole lot of skirmishing yet because the battles are just getting started. We're going to have a bunch more skirmishes coming up on this next round. And so I'll just say good luck to you guys, especially if you are the Shire, Slayer, and Domain. Good luck to you guys. We don't want to be jerks. We just want to win. So we want to beat the best. So good luck to all of y'all, and good luck to anyone in their future Clashfronts fights.